Hi, Gemini. Welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your next 4-month predictions, tarot and oracle card readings. This is a reading for all Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I'm really excited to do this reading. I only do it twice a year. I look forward to it. We are going to use a different oracle card deck. We're going to go month by month with the tarot, starting with September. You have here the energy of strength, the Nine of Cups. I feel like I haven't seen the Nine of Cups in a long time. Justice and the Two of Wands. October brings in the Two of Swords. I feel like you're in Two of Cups. The Four of Wands. Twos are about partnerships. The Four of Wands, the Seven of Wands. November brings the King of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles. New doors opening. Ace 2, right in a row. 78 cards here. And then in December, you've got the Knight of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, the Eight of Cups. You may move on, and you and your own energy to end with that energy of the Lovers. You may move on from something that no longer serves you. Now, the bottom of the deck, we are using the shadow cards here. We have here the Chariot, the Ace of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. Especially with the Chariot in the middle of this, it's law of attraction energy. I feel like this is going to be a quarter that drives you. It's like you're going to stay true to yourself, your heart, following your heart, moving forward in success. You have here 4 major arcana. We've got Leo, Libra, Gemini, and Cancer here. It does appear that we have all the elements, but I'm liking this a whole lot. Now, in terms of love, I feel like you have one here who will be a love of a lifetime, especially with that Queen of Cups. There's something about their energy. It might be a Cancerian that you're attracting, but I do feel like you have a love relationship here. And your best aspects for love, I feel like you could start in September. I like October too, but I would also say too, in the end of December is going to be strong as well. So we're going to incorporate a couple of oracle cards here as we begin the reading. We will get back to these and use them when they seem to speak to us, but let us see what else we can pull out here. Okay. You have Skull of Light. We'll talk about that. It's Illumination, the Owl. This is in October. We've got the card of Scrying in November, and Trick or Treat, okay, comes into December. I like that card, though. The message is awesome. So with this energy into September, Illumination, that illumination of the crown, an epiphany, an aha moment. I feel like you're going to have a great idea coming in here. Now, if you have some kind of an issue, I see somebody sending a letter. If it's a customer service issue, you're going to get somebody on the phone. Okay, you start sending letters to big corporations, you will get a phone call, well-written letter. So I saw that, but I would say too with this, in terms of illumination, it's also seeing your next move. You have success here. You've got that Nine of Cups wish fulfillment. You also too, with the energy of Justice being here, if you're waiting on something, I feel like the wait is going to be over. You have it with Strength too. New opportunities. And if you've been kind of strung along at a job where they say, we're going to transition you, we're going to transfer, you're going to get the promotion, that sort of thing. I feel like it finally happens. Even if it's switching something where you live, if you lease a place and you've been waiting, I feel like you're going to have a golden opportunity here in September. Now, with the energy too of Justice, that's where you have boundaries that don't move around. You make choices. You consider the outcome of your behavior here. But I also feel like it's about considering, what does it do to you? Okay, we oftentimes think about, how do we impact other people? How do they experience us? Which I wholeheartedly agree with. I do, but I feel like here is where you start to look at, how does that impact me? What kinds of, am I following my heart? Am I doing what I know internally is the best for me? With that Two of Wands, that's where you look at things. You take a look at the landscape. So I feel like you're going to have lots of options here, but I feel like the choice is going to be up to you. Even if you had a situation where you've been waiting on some sort of a job change. I feel like if you have reconsidered that, I still feel like with that Two of Wands, there may be something better. If you started saying this is never happening and you kind of got down on it, I feel like you're going to have a shift here that brings in something better in terms of work. Now, in terms of relationships, I mentioned I like the month of October. You've got aspects all the way through in terms of love. But I do feel like, too, if you've been waiting and feeling like, when am I going to find somebody I click with? Yeah, I find people. But then I start to look at them and think, I don't really want to see them again tomorrow. It just isn't there. I feel like at the end of September, you've got nice aspects. Or I'm sorry, the beginning of September, I'm looking at it through the camera view. So the beginning of September, nice aspects in terms of meeting somebody that you'll click with. But get yourself out there, okay? And if you do have an idea in terms of meeting someone, try it. Go for it. With October here, we have the card of the owl. Wise seeing, wise action. So again, this is where you make great choices. And I feel like it just carries over from September, where you'll follow your intuition and you'll say, you know what? I know I'm doing the right thing. I know I'm on the right path here. With the card of the owl leading the way, I feel like in this too, if you're in a partnership and there's something that has you at a bit of a stalemate with that Two of Swords, or if there's something else where you feel like you're going to be or have been a bit caught in the middle, I feel like you're going to move forward here, okay? So that Two of Swords is just sort of a little taste of something we don't like. But I feel like with the Two of Cups, you're really going to have a vision. And so if you are planning a wedding, October would be fabulous. Invite me. I love fall weddings. And especially if you live in a warm climate and you say, well, it's a destination wedding. They don't really have fall. Better yet, I'll come. So with this energy of the Two of Cups, you've got a perfect match. I do feel like you find a solution, again, that feels very like, it just feels small to me, that energy. It doesn't feel like a huge key player. Like it's not something that is really going to keep you stuck. And if it is something around you, somebody around you who can't seem to see a solution, I feel like with the Four of Wands, you're going to see them move forward too. And it just makes everything lighter. And so that Four of Wands is about partnerships, but it's also too Spirit telling you that things are moving forward in this time-space 3D reality. You're getting a message here, and especially with the Seven of Wands right next door to it, you keep moving forward, all right? You keep moving forward because there's more coming here for you. And so I feel like too with the Seven of Wands and the Chariot, this is driven to success kind of energy. That Seven of Wands does not give up. It just is about finding solutions. There may be some small problems. If you are traveling, that's here, or moving is here as well. But I feel like too, there's not any major setbacks in this next cycle. It just is not in the cards. And so you'll find that it just seems like things move a lot easier. Now you do have the two aces, both the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles, which are great for money. So into November here, you have the card of scrying, which I love the picture with the crystal ball. Okay, if you like to meditate, if you like to look at images and just quiet yourself down, candles, those sorts of things, do it, because this is following your intuition. So knowing that that inner voice is providing guidance for you and not dispelling it, making sure that we're listening to it. If you have a hunch about something, you can look into it. It doesn't mean that we have to call out the Calvary or whatever you want to say there and decide this hunch is something I'm just going to go full tilt boogie forward with. But it is saying that your intuition is calling you, hey, come this way. Let's do this. Now, I saw somebody in what looked to be a metaphysical bookstore. If you're trying to even start an Etsy shop, this may be a great month to do it. I feel like you have extra money coming in here. You've got great aspects for money in November. And if you do change jobs with this, like I said, I feel like you're going to have choices if you've been waiting on something. But I feel like the choices, especially in November, are really going to make your heart sing. This is fulfilling energy. That King of Cups energy is wonderful, especially if there's a boss. Now, if you say, no, I want to work for myself, that'll be your favorite boss of all. But with that King of Cups, it is also about self-development. Now, I'll tell you, with the Nine of Pentacles being there, that is a card of luxury, but it's also, too, being very secure, really feeling good about your social situations, where your living is beautiful. It really is an energy where you just feel like this month is going to be great. When I look at November, I say you're going to have a lot of fun here, but you're also going to feel solid and stable. It's not where things get moving so fast that you start feeling out of control or like something's slipping. Now, with that Ace of Pentacles, you do have new opportunities showing up here, but there's an excitement about it when you have the Ace of Wands in the backdrop even. This Ace of Wands makes things fun. It provides that pull. And so new resources show up here. So again, with the Two of Pentacles, you're going to have choices. If you've been waiting on a job situation, I feel like you have something new showing up here where you're going to say, I think that we're going to look at this other situation. Now, if it's something too, even with a big purchase, if it is about moving or even a car or something, I feel like you're going to have a second contender. This is not like tunnel vision where you go right towards the thing and go, there it is. Now you do have the infinity symbol here twice in the reading, which indicates infinite opportunities, more possibilities showing up here for you. And so I just feel like your aspects with money, if you're looking to sell something too, you're going to get more money than you realized you could. Now, if you had a car built in 2020, if you were somebody that ordered a car and you're looking to sell it, I feel like you're going to find that there aren't many of your car available. Like it's going to go fast because people are saying, man, I've been trying to find this around this year and they're just not out there. And so I feel like you might have done something here that was quite smart, even without realizing that you were doing it. So I do feel like with this, it's going to be really solid financially. But I'd also say too, in terms of your love life, this is nice. Now, if you meet someone, if you haven't met them already, if you meet them in November, I do feel like you'll click, but I feel like you're going to be kind of busy. I feel like it might be one of those things where you have to balance it a little bit. Whoever this is, though, they are quite mature emotionally. So I feel like they can take things in stride. If you are, like I said, busy with life, they're going to take that in stride and it works. There's not pressure here. There's nothing here that shows a difficulty or challenge in terms of especially new relationships. So into December, and then you know what we'll have out later is our year ahead. I love that one too. I, of course, only do that once a year. So that won't be for a while, not until December. But you have the card of Trick or Treat, which I think is such a hilarious card. This is in December, but it's mischief and play. So if you have plans in terms of December, or it may be a great month, go book get tickets at a comedy club. Go do something you've never done, like one of those dinner theaters, or go do something else that if you say dinner theater sounds boring, I'm more into axe throwing. It's something you've always wanted to do. I feel like this would be a great time to do it. It'll also too, you have a little bit of energy here that is moving forward, but it might do so at a slower pace. I also feel like they're saying do something to mix it up and keep the energy fun into December. And I know some of you are probably pulling out Google Calendar and saying, I cannot remember to do that. By the time December rolls around, I won't be thinking that I need to have fun. So they're just telling you that is it feels like they're saying that's a good idea. And if you're going to some kind of like Disney or something, I feel like it's going to be great. Something where it's like a theme park and I keep seeing that Haunted Mansion ride. I just kept seeing like Disney atmosphere stuff. And maybe it's your own personal. If you say, well, I live across the world, I'm not going to Disney. But find things by you, things that will make you feel light and easy and happy. So into the month of December, I love that you end with Gemini energy. You're going to be feeling robust, but I will say too that Eight of Cups brings a new cycle, moving on to more. With the Four of Swords, so I feel like you're going to be in a nice place to make a transition. That Four of Swords will have you centered and even, so you won't be feeling stressed at all by this. And especially too with that Knight of Pentacles, I feel like money changes. You're going to still continue to find increases in money. But with that Knight of Pentacles, it's also very dependable. So any changes that you make, I feel like will be done in a way where you can kind of just almost rest on your laurels. You have it here where things are going to get to a nice, easy pace. So even though you're moving forward, it's like it's not frenetic. It's not frenzied. It's not feeling frantic. It's like you're going to move forward in a way that really will suit you. And I also feel like too, with a love relationship here, things are going to get deep. The December energy here is like, especially with the energy of the lovers, a relationship that changes your life. Okay. I feel like things are really going to be flourishing as you move into the next year, into 2025. Things are going to be looking good. You've got a nice cycle ahead. Good things are on the way for you. I love you, Gemini, and I'll be back again soon.